Everyone in town hated the gas station clerk until I was the one person who didn't walk away. This guy Vince at the quick stop was legendary for being awful. Like genuinely the worst customer service anyone had ever experienced. He'd snap at people for asking where the bathrooms were, slam receipts down on the counter, sigh loudly when you asked for cigarettes behind the register, roll his eyes if you took too long deciding on a snack. People complained to corporate constantly, left one-star reviews online, made TikToks about him. The Facebook town group had an entire thread dedicated to his attitude. Half the town drove an extra 3 miles to the Shell station just to avoid interacting with him. I'd been in there maybe twice before. Both times he was cold and dismissive, but I never took it personally. Some people are just like that. One night around 11 p.m., I stopped in after pulling a double shift at the warehouse. My feet were killing me. I just wanted energy drinks and chips before the drive home. Place was completely empty. Fluorescent lights humming. That weird gas station smell of hot dogs and cleaning products. Vince rang me up without making eye contact. Didn't say the total out loud, just pointed at the card reader. Grabbed my receipt from the printer and threw it on the counter. I picked up my bag and turned toward the door. That's when I heard it. A choked, strangled sound. I looked back. He was standing there behind the register, shoulders shaking, hand covering his mouth, trying desperately not to cry. For a second, I thought about just leaving. Not my business. Guy clearly wanted to be left alone, but something stopped me. Hey man, you okay? He wiped his face fast with his sleeve. I'm fine. Just leave. His voice cracked on the word leave. I set my bag down. What's going on? Nothing. Get out. I didn't move. He stared at me for a long moment, then something in him just broke. My daughter's in the ICU, he said quietly. She's 8. Been there 3 weeks. Leukemia. My chest tightened. Insurance covers some of it, but not enough. Not even close. I'm working every night shift they'll give me. Doubles when I can. Going straight from her hospital room to this register at 5 p.m. and staying until 2 a.m. He looked at the counter, jaw tight. I know I'm terrible to people. I know everyone hates me. I just can't pretend anymore. I can't smile and ask how someone's day was when my kid is hooked up to machines and I don't know if she's gonna make it. We stood there in silence. The cooler hummed in the background. I asked when his next shift was. Tomorrow, 6 to 2 a.m. I nodded. All right. He looked confused, but I was already walking out. The next evening, I showed up at 6:30 p.m. with 2 coffees and parked in the lot. Vince saw me through the window, but didn't come out. Just went back to stocking shelves. Around 7 p.m., a woman walked out shaking her head, muttering about rude people. I got out of my car. Excuse me, can I tell you something about him? I explained everything. The daughter, the hospital, the insurance, the night shifts. Her expression completely changed. She went back inside, came back out 10 minutes later with tears in her eyes. By 7:30 p.m., she'd told 3 other people in the parking lot. By 8 p.m., word was spreading through town Facebook groups and group chats. By 9 p.m., the quick stop was packed, but nobody was complaining. People weren't even buying anything. They were leaving cash on the counter. Folded 20s, crumpled 5s. Someone left a gift card to the grocery store. Someone else left an envelope with $500 and a note that said, "For your daughter." A woman brought him dinner in a Tupperware. A guy left his business card and said he knew a lawyer who could help with medical bills. Notes started appearing taped to the windows. Stay strong, praying for your family. You're not alone. The line wrapped around the store. Not to check out, just to help. Around 10 p.m., Vince came outside during his break. He stood there staring at his car for a second, probably trying to process the chaos inside. Then he saw me sitting in mine. He walked over slowly. I rolled down my window. He opened his mouth like he was going to say something. Nothing came out. Then he looked back at the store, at the crowd inside, at the donations covering his counter, at the notes taped everywhere, at the line of people who'd driven across town just to leave something for a man they'd hated yesterday. His face crumpled, and he dropped to his knees right there in the parking lot, sobbing so hard his whole body shook. The entire town that had spent months complaining about him showed up that night.